Welcome to Simple Scotch Reviews. Here we have Glendronach 15 Revival. It is a 15-year-old single malt Scotch whiskey from the Highland region, bottled at 46% ABV. It is matured in sherry casks, both Oloroso and Pedro Ximénez sherry casks. Let's take a look. So if you've had the Glendronach 12, this 15-year-old doesn't have the in-your-face fruit like the 12. The 12 to me is very fruit forward. This one, not so much. The forward note on the nose to me is brown sugar, like a light brown sugar, sweet brown sugar. Not really molasses at all, just sweet brown sugar. There is fruit, but it's buried in darker fruit than the 12, but not much fruit. I get more nuts than fruit. Dark sweetness, nuts, maybe a hint of vanilla, some spice. The dark sweetness that brown sugars on the palate as well. There's also the nuts. There's some oak on the palate. Oak and spice. This is still less fruit than I really would have expected from a Glendronach. It's there, but not very strong at all. It's buried below the dark sweetness and the nuts and the oak and the spice. The oak flavor isn't very strong. I'd say the spices are stronger than the oak itself. The finish is long, a bit of the oak, the spice, maybe a tinge of the fruit, but oak and spice and sweetness on the finish. As I take more sips of this whiskey, I start to get a little more of the fruit, but still not as much as I'd expect. Overall, I think Glendronach 15 is a really good whiskey. When values factored in and my personal preference, I wouldn't probably reach for this bottle very often because the 12-year-old's cheaper and has more fruit to me, and I prefer the fruit, and I prefer the 12 to the 15. The 15 does have a richer mouthfeel, and it has those darker sherry notes that some people really enjoy. I enjoy them, but I do like the thick fruit and the just sort of fruit-forward sherried whiskeys rather than this one, which to me is that dark sweetness and other dark notes ahead of the fruit. Not a bad whiskey whatsoever. I still would recommend it as a must-try. If you've had Glendronach 12 and really like it, you might even prefer this one. But my personal taste has me reaching for the 12. But I think anyone that likes Glendronach or sherry cask whiskey is going to like this whiskey quite a bit. It's just going to be where you rank it among the other sherry cask whiskeys. It's a very good whiskey, and I still recommend buying it. Thanks for watching.